Hello, everybody, and welcome to the New Earth AC interview room. This is our first time having an interview in the new group, and David and I came on today as co-hosts because we wanted to come on as a team. And we have four members that are in our team. We have myself and David Starr and Bonnie Bird and Jessie May. And
Hi.
we'll be coming on at different times to do the interviews for different people. But today, we're going to be doing an interview for a lady that's going to be coming on and doing a workshop on Sunday, the 20th of September.
Our first
And
volunteer to offer her heart out
yeah,
to assist all, so it's very exciting.
yeah. So we wanted you all to get a chance to get to know her, and we'll talk a little bit about what she does, and then you'll get a chance to get a feel for her energy and decide whether or not you want to come into her workshop. So we thought we'd bring her on. So without any further ado, we're going to bring on the lady herself. Her name is Julia Stubbe. I hope I said that right.
Yeah, I think you
Did I
did.
say it right?
Yeah, you got it right. Awesome. Hi, David. Hi, Robin. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited about this.
Welcome. Welcome.
It's so fun that you came to. She joined the Slack community. Are we good here with the connection? Yeah. We joined the Slack community and we're talking about. Can you hear me? Is it?
Yeah, you're in
Yeah.
it. You're in it. You're in and out. It's like do 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 do. Okay, so let's just clear.
Okay.
Let's just clear all energetics with the electronics.
Okay.
Now try.
Okay. Is this better?
Yeah.
The power of intention. So thank you so much, Julia, for joining us and joining the community. For starters, I just wanted to say you join in. You're a big bright light right off the bat. You came up with a wonderful workshop for spiritual hygiene that we're going to be rolling out on the 20th of Sunday, September 20th at 1 p.m. Eastern. So I know all are going to benefit exponentially. Before we came on the air, Julia's gifts are just unbelievable. She's a multidimensional being. She's got a radio station called The Heal, and but she just an exercise that she showed us to do. We were able to clear any past life issues that we had in our past lives working together, so that this interview is just going to be fabulous now. But yeah, Julia, how about you tell us about yourself? And we'd love to hear more about you.
Well, I've always had the gifts as far as clairvoyance, clairaudience since I was a child. I was highly empathic. So the reason that I'm really passionate about this upcoming workshop is because in my early age, nobody taught me any kind of thing of spiritual hygiene. And what spiritual hygiene is, it's grounding, clearing, and shielding. And it's really important. And because I didn't do that, I was picking up everybody else's stuff. My physical body was getting drained. My emotions were all over the place. It's like I wasn't in my body. I mean, I had people say, well, you never really were too close to the ground. So it's like, so once I learned that technique, it really helped me. It helped me to be able to be in my body, to hold my light, to be able to expand on my light, to be able to be healthier. So that's why I'm really passionate about this subject. It's very simple. But it's so important for, especially for those who are just awakening to their gifts and their empathic abilities. It's like they're, for newly awoken people, it's like they don't know what's happening and they're getting all this different stuff that's coming at them. So that's why I chose this topic.
I think, Julie, it would be so beneficial if there's any spiritual partnerships that are happening that some of these light workers, because this is, I worked with other light workers before, and we hadn't done this connection that you introduced before we came onto the show. And I think that would be very helpful if there are people looking at getting into partnerships where you might be able to assist them in clearing any kind of past life bad karma so that their future business venture or partnerships will work out.
That's a service that I offer, and it will be up on my website soon. It's called Relationship Choreography. And what we do is, it's like, I work differently with past lives. I don't work with like, oh, I was a farmer in Brazil. I don't really care about what I did or where I was. I connect with the energies of the lifetimes, and I connect you where you intermingled with those lifetimes. And with that, we look at the triggers and we clear those lifetimes between two people. And if you're like in a business partner or a romantic partnership, whatever it is, we really look at that. And then we look at when those lifetimes were working together. And then another step is we actually go and look at the belief systems that were attached to those, and we actually can work with those as well. I've seen such magic. I mean, for me, it's a personal thing that I do anytime I'm working with somebody. I want to clear any of that so it doesn't show up again later and like really destroy or any progress that we've made in that. I have my friend, Carolee Schloss, she's the co-host on my radio show called A Heal. And I had a show before that called The Energetic Toy Box, and I would interview guests and we would talk about, it was a lot of work. We had to talk about chakras. We talked about archangels, all this stuff, all the toys, all the stuff outside of us that people, get to know. And I had her as a guest the one time because she's very knowledgeable. And she said, "Oh, can I do this more often?" I said, "Absolutely." Because it's like, first of all, it's like to have somebody else there that you can banter with. It's a lot easier than being by yourself. But it was in the middle of the night. It was like 3:00 at night. And Spirit said, "You need to clear the energies of betrayal. You need to email her now." I'm like, "Can I do it when I get up?" And no, you need to get up and do it now. And so I had to send her this email. We need to go through our past lives and clear da-da-da. And she goes, "You know what's really interesting about that?" When it brought it up, exactly a year before that, she had this betrayal happen between her and another partner. So what we did with that, we worked together. It was more detailed. We actually went to each of the lifetimes and saw the relationship and everything, and we cleared it. And then from there, what Spirit has showed me is it can be a lot quicker and a lot easier and a lot faster. We don't have to get all that details and just clear the energetic triggers. So I'm so grateful that Spirit showed me how to do that. And Carolee and I have been, we work together so well, and the connection for us is so amazing.
And what was really cool about what you did there, not only did you clear any kind of potential karmic issues, but we also went in and brought any of the lifetimes that we worked together where the magic, we brought the magic back into it, like where we had magical lifetimes where we had positive impacts, and we're able to bring that to the surface. So it's like, it's a 2-for-1 really. I mean, you're getting rid of the bad, bringing in the good. It blew my mind. And I got to say, like, if anybody is thinking about getting into a partnership with anybody spiritually, you got to see Julia. It is magic.
Yeah, like that was really cool, Julia. It was like a little present that you did for David and I, because we just came into this partnership together. Like, we're coming to the team of 4, but between the two of us, and we just found out that we had 10 lifetimes where we had karmic stuff happening, and that you were able to help clear that, so that now a relationship going forward where that's cleared. There's no more like karmic contracts.
I actually trust Robin a little bit more. I really do.
That's awesome. It is. It is. And the whole thing is when we go in and we find that magic, the magical lifetimes, all that coding is stored in our DNA somewhere. Yeah. So all we need to do is say, "Hey, let's connect and unlock that." And then it's like, whoa, the expansion that comes with that, because now we know. It's like that knowing. It's like the veil has been lifted off of all that, of how we did it. So yeah, I love it. I love it.
And that's one of those, what you had in your bio is about activating DNA coding. Is there other types of DNA coding that you activate for your clients?
Yeah, there's many different ways. Like I have a process where we go through all the chakras, and maybe that could be a future workshop. We go through the different chakras, and we work with the Divine Mother and the Divine Father, and we restore and bring that chakra back to its original beauty, its original purpose. And then while we're there, I either Metatron, or there's another aspect. And when we bring, and I have to go back to that little statement with Metatron, is we activate the 5th dimensional crystalline DNA within each of the chakras as well. That was guided for me to add that when I do that process with everybody. But I do want to say is when we work with like Metatron or Archangel Michael, We don't bring in anything outside of us. We bring in the higher aspects of us that are Metatron, or the higher aspect of us that are Archangel Michael. I work with only the benevolent beings, and I don't work with anything. When we call anything that comes inside of you, I don't, it's anything that comes inside of you comes from within you. It's just a higher aspect of you. If you are going outside, that you need to call in all these archangels and they're not part of you, they're not part of that higher aspect of you, you're giving your power away to them. And I'm not saying, I mean, everybody has their different way of working with them. It's just that what I've learned from my experience of doing this for 20 some years, 25 years or so, is that everything you have, you need is within you. And once you go outside looking for something else, that's when you give your power away to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good advice. And I find a lot of people are out there are wanting to connect more with their higher selves and to see more with their third eye. It seems to be like a common thing where like a lot of people are waking up now and they're out there. Do you have certain techniques that you use to help establish better connections and better third eye vision with your clients?
Well, I do. Actually, it's like we were going to talk about this later, but I have a group program that I run on transformational program, and you can actually do a private program too, but it's more economical to do the group, and we can talk about that later. But what we do is we merge on a quantum level with the different levels of your higher self, your Merkaba light bodies. We really get into that. But the one thing I want to say is what happens is, and there's no judgment, there's never any judgment here, but when we're working with our third eye and all this, we forget about our lower chakras, and we forget about that connection to earth.
Yeah.
So it's really important for us to really work on that shadow side of us.
Yeah,
because that's going to interfere with that shadow side. If you're not working with that, that's going to distort the information that's coming through. One of the things I can say about myself, because it's like I really don't do anything. I'm just a channel for the information or the energy to come through that empowers you to empower yourself to heal. But the one thing that I've worked on myself, I come from a background of, my mother was a psychotic alcoholic, and I could go on and on and on about what kind of energy that was. So I had to work on forgiveness. I had to go on and work with my inner child and heal my inner child. And I had to really do that work so that I have a clear channel. So when I'm connected to my source, your source, the information that's coming through isn't convoluted with my garbage. So for your third eye and your crown to be open like that, it's really important to work on your stuff so that you know that the information that's coming through isn't just a mirror of something that needs to heal within you.
That's smart. Yeah, everyone's got to do the great work. That's
yeah,
for sure.
and it's not always. It's like I like to bring fun and joy when I'm working with my clients, but sometimes it's like, whoa. It's like, where'd that come from? And it's like, you just got to release it. If you got to cry, you got to cry. If you're pissed off and you're angry, scream into your pillow, let it out, because that's releasing those blocks and those energies that are in your body that are causing dis-ease, or emotional trauma are still there. It's because your mind might forget stuff because it's so traumatic, but your body holds on to every single piece of that. So you really have to really work on that to let that go. So when something pops up, if there's a trigger, something irritates you, you want to look within to see what caused that trigger. Because it's just, the universe is just giving you a mirror here. Yeah. It's a reflection so that you can say it's showing you that something inside you needs to heal.
Yeah. And I totally agree with that, what you just said about that, because a lot of people, they'll be looking at the trigger and they'll be looking at the other person that triggered them, and they'll be thinking there's something wrong with that person. But really, when you get triggered, the key is to look at what has that person triggered inside of you, and then you need to look at that, because that's your thing, not theirs.
Absolutely.
And then after you're able to clear it, then you can send that person a Christmas card and say thank you. You
Well,
don't have to be mad at
and you
them.
don't even have to wait till you clear it. It's like I went to it was 23 of us, 23 women, and it was a retreat, and it was all about mirrors, and we were on vegan food for 7 days. 23 women together, and it was about mirrors. And as soon as I walked into the workshop, it's like, she's my mirror. And I went up to her. I said, I don't know what's going to happen here, but I want to thank you up front, because I know that I feel irritated just being around you. So I know you're my mirror. So thank you. I didn't say the irritated part to her, but it's like, I just was grateful, because I'm like, universe, wow. And if you don't acknowledge it, if you don't acknowledge that mirror when it shows up, the universe just comes back bigger and better until it gets your attention, because it's like your body's ready to heal. So it's like that gift.
Another way, and it'll come in another form, and it'll just keep doing it until you actually take a look at it.
Absolutely.
So can you tell us about a call to heal, how people could tune into that, and what a little bit behind that?
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not sure as far as outside the US, but as far as calling in. But we're out there on Spreaker, iHeart, all our replays are available. And we're live Monday nights on the BBM Global Network, which you can listen to. It's a call to heal.
A call
to heal.
Yeah.
On the BBM, which is the Brave, Bold, BBM Global Network. And you can listen through the internet. And then you can call in, and our next live show will be Monday, October 5th, and we're live 7 p.m. Eastern time. And we facilitate 3 readings or healings for 3 of our callers. So and the number to call on Mondays, like I said, our next live show is the 5th. So don't call, right. If you call now, if you call between now and then, you're going to get a replay.
Okay. What's the number?
866 451 1451.
And this is a U.S. number, right?
That is the U.S. number. If you want to be on the show and you're not in the U.S., I can Skype you in, so you can contact me, and because I do that with our guests. We also, if you are a light worker or a spiritual leader, we are always looking for someone to lead the guided meditation on the show, which is just a short. So it's like just during the first section, it's like a 3 to 5 minute guided meditation. We talk a little bit about you. It goes really quick. But we do it just to be able to share the information, so that, more people come and listen to a call to heal, and we get a little bit of information about you, because I share your links and your information on social media as well.
Is there a certain day, evening, night that this happens?
Oh, it's Monday. We're live Monday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
And the next show is October the 5th?
Yes, the next live show is October the 5th, which we would take callers. But if you go to the BBM Global, when you Google BBM Global Network or Call to Heal, and that'll take you to our page. And then you can go, and there's over 150 shows in the queue. We've been on for over 4 years.
Wow, congratulations.
And you can go and listen to any of those, whichever one you're guided to go to. You're going to get the energetic healing, because what happens is our callers call in, and we might have somebody in the queue. It's like, wow, that first caller, it all addressed everything that I needed. And it's like, whoo. And it's like the magic happens. It's like, and my co-host, Carolee Schloth, and I, like I said, she's my partner, co-host. Just co-host. She's up in North Carolina. I'm down in Florida. BBM Global Network's up in New York. So we connect this way as far as that goes, but we see energy this in similar ways. So it's like, and we'll say, it's like, oh, I see a mousetrap, and I see the mousetrap game, and she sees the actual mousetrap. And it's just the way we read the energy. So it can be a lot of fun, and it can be a little weird for people too, because there's not actually a mousetrap in there, but that's what we see, and energetically. And then we facilitate and empower you to let all that go and shift your energy. And there's a lot of magic happens within those, 7 minutes that you're on with us.
And is there a replay kind of thing that goes on that you can go on and watch the archives or anything like that?
Oh, yeah. If you go to that page, it'll take you to Screecher. We're on iHeart. All the BBM's really great. They put it out to a lot of different platforms. I think TuneIn, iTunes has us as well. So it's.
I'm always looking for something to listen to when I'm creating my art.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
definitely, I know I'm going to tune into those for sure. Like based on like just what happened before we even came on the air. I mean, there's that magic, right?
Yeah, because we just ask. It's like we ask. I mean, Carolee and I, we always say it's like we're not doing anything. You know, we're just facilitating here.
Yeah.
But we just ask, how can we assist you? And the caller will just say, it's like, well, I'm feeling this, or it's like I'm stuck here, or it's like I have all this physical pain. So it could be emotional. It could be on your spiritual journey. It could just be a reading on what's going to happen, what's happening in your life and what you need to look at.
Yeah.
We have a person that just left a message.
Her
name it's Dana. And I'm not going to try to even say her last name because I'll mess it all up. And she says, I totally agree with Julia from my own experience. We must learn to have patience. The heart will open what it needed at the right moment.
Right. It's just, and having compassion for ourselves and forgiveness for ourselves is key. So it's like that self-care and the stigmatisms that come with that self-care. It's about letting that go and really loving ourselves for who we are, just as we are, and not have any judgments of where we are in our path or we're not doing enough, and just letting all that go.
Yeah, you're making really good progress when you look in the mirror and you say, I love you unconditionally. And you mean it with all your conviction. You know that things are going well with your self-healing.
Yeah, and that's important. That's one of the things I recommend to my clients to do, is to really look in the mirror, like really connect eye to eye, and on a daily basis say, I love you. You are awesome, freaking awesome. And you can use other adjectives too.
I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Yeah, absolutely. Go me.
I'm sorry, I have fun. I can't help myself. It's like, because I don't take myself so serious. It's like, to me, it's about that being in that energy of joy. It raises your frequency, your vibration. It raises the frequency and vibration around you. So if you can be in that joyful place and just have fun in life and create, like when you wake up in the morning, it's like, I choose joy. Joy is what I choose today. Bring me joy, universe, and see what shows up. And get out of your head, because it's like, oh, I don't know if I'm doing this right. And just be in your heart and just know.
Yeah. No, again, get out. Exactly. Trust your heart, and then just let the universe bring in that joy for you. 100%.
So I just wanted to reiterate, Julia is going to be running a free spiritual hygiene. I can't even say the word. Spiritual Hygiene Workshop on Sunday, September 20th at 1 p.m. in one of our New Earth breakout rooms. And so I think after this is aired, probably tomorrow, I'll be putting up a link and everything for everybody, so that have a look, and I'll be posting that to the top of the New Earth AC page that we have here in the group, so that everybody can go to that link and it'll be right there. You won't have to worry about it being like falling down at the bottom of the feed, and you can go and attend the workshop if you so choose.
And I did want to say, it's because it's going to be through Zoom, and it's like, I will be giving tips and I'll be running energy with you, but it's also going to be interactive. So at the end, if you have questions, I'll be happy to answer them for you.
And what was this? And we're going to be recording it as well, so that we can put it up on our YouTube page, and it'll be able to, everybody can go and see it if they missed it, or if they weren't able to go there at that time. So
and then it's also going to be really helpful if you really resonate with it. And we're going to include Julia's PayPal if you want to do donations, because with the New Earth community, it's 100% donation based. And this way we can extend out and reach out to people who cannot afford the luxury of learning and the luxury of participating in spiritual workshops. Well, that's not happening. We're the New Earth energy. We're the New Earth Ascension community, and Julia is being just amazing to put this workshop together. But if you can't afford to, and it resonates, we would ask if you could donate, because it's always good to keep giving. I mean, what I've learned, one of the biggest things that I've learned in the angelic kingdom is one of the things that they teach us, is always find more ways to love, always search for more ways to love more things, the new ways of loving things. And certainly a way of loving things is giving. The power of giving opens your heart. It opens up the opportunities. And when you do give to somebody, you give back so much more. You really do. So I just wanted to mention that, just so that this is the concept that we're moving ahead with the New Earth communities. It's just gifts from your heart to the people who are taking their time out to run the workshops and whatever is comfortable for you.
And David, can you do a little bit of announcement? We'll just do a little bit of announcement about the breakout rooms, and if anybody's interested, will you just invite people? You can do that part.
Yeah, if anybody's interested in the workshops, we have a Slack community. You just download the app Slack, and the room that you'll add yourself to is New Earth AC. So New Earth AC in the app Slack, SLACK, and come join and just start speaking. There's a community room. It's called the General Room. Just introduce yourself, and we can talk more about what you'd be interested in presenting. We definitely are encouraging everybody to share their gifts, and then it's an experience that everybody can experience, seeing your gifts, learning from you. And again, if you're running workshops, then you have the opportunity to receive donations for your time as well, and help change the world, help enlighten people, and bring people who otherwise wouldn't have seen you to your services. Like, I think one of the things that we want to talk about here.
Wait a minute, I want to add something before you go any farther.
Okay.
And for any of those people out there that are technically challenged, like myself, and you don't understand how to use the Slack thing that David has, we also have a way for you to contact us through email. And I put that at the bottom. So if you don't choose to go to the Slack room and do that, let us know if you're interested through email. And it's newearthac1111@gmail.com. I just wanted to put that in there.
That is a good point. Yeah.
Because I still can't figure out how to get into the Slack. I haven't been able to. It won't take my email. So
we will get you there, Robin.
Okay, go on, David. What were you going to say?
So the first weekend, I think it's the Sunday of October, Julia's running a group transformation.
It's a program or a workshop or a class, however you want to look at it. It's a 5-week program. And what it is we work with, they're 1 hour sessions. So it's 5 1-hour sessions, and it's 1:00 Eastern time on Sundays. And we do it through freeconferencecall.com is what we do. So if you're outside of the US, I have somebody who signed up there in Finland, and so they can call in using a local number to their country. Anywho, what? So what it is the program is about building your spiritual infrastructure. So we work with really merging with your highest of higher selves, all those levels, your light bodies, your Merkaba, and we have a lot of structural stuff as far as that goes. And then depending on what the group needs, I have a little questionnaire everybody fills out. Spirit will tell me, okay, we want to work on this stuff, or, past life or inner child stuff. It becomes organic. So each time I run this group, it's different for every single person. It's each time. And I've had 7 of them so far for this year, and this will be the last one of 2020. And then I'll be starting up again the end of January, February of 2021.
And you said there was a special deal going on right now too?
Oh, yes. If you register before September 20th, you can save $90. So the regular price is $267 US, and the sale price, or the early registration price discounted, is $177. And again, that's for 5 weeks. The sessions are all recorded, so you can go back and do playbacks. We also make it accessible that if you have questions during it, you can text or message me, and I can answer that as far as that goes. And then anybody who signs up for this is also eligible for a 30-minute healing session with me for $45.
Nice. Yeah, you can't beat that.
Yeah, so that's another of the perk as far as that goes. And if you go to my website on the, you can read testimonials about people who participated or had sessions with me and get a better feel, if it resonates with you, because it's like, it's all different. But if it's really about your spiritual growth, and it's like, I want to empower you to empower yourself. So it's like, I do that through teaching. I share all my tips. It's like, I'm not a secret squirrel girl. It's like, if I want to show you how to do it yourself so that you are that powerful being and you don't need me for any of it. That's my goal.
That's a good goal to have, because, like the with the new earth energy and everything, it's like it's similar to like I'm trying to show people how to use magnetic light and stuff like that. Just if people can heal themselves, because they can. It's like waking up to the power that you can heal yourself, that you just need a few different tricks and techniques. And certainly I have more to learn. I'm probably going to join your thing in October there, but it's everybody can always learn and new tools to help heal themselves, because the more you can heal yourself, the closer that you are for making the ascension leap.
Right. And it's go ahead.
Sorry. The whole idea about this group was to do these like workshop things so that different people can come on and different people can show their tools and techniques and what they do. And then it's like everybody that's in the group that goes to these things, they can start adding to their toolbox. And so as we go, we can all, after a while, everybody's going to take this, this really resonates with me. And this doesn't. So I'm going to put that one over on that side. And then, this does. And it's going to help everybody raise.
Absolutely. Because it's, and that's the whole thing, is like, I don't have an attachment to what I show you. You can either use it or you not, but it's like, I'm just giving you the information, and how you utilize it is entirely up to you. And it's like, it's like if my ripples can touch, like, it's like if I show you something and you show somebody else, it's like those ripples, you have no idea where your ripples go, whether you just share it in kindness or in your the way you do things to share that information, because it's about us really supporting each other right now, especially those who have been around the block several times. We've been here for a while. Those who are just awakening really need that love and compassion, because they don't necessarily understand. And if somebody says, "Oh, you can do it," I know you can do it, but you don't tell them how. I said, to me, that's like almost like a slap in the face to them, because it's like they're already got all this stuff that they're just trying to figure out. And maybe they can do it, but nobody showed them how. Because everybody everybody has that power within them, and all they need is a little bit of nurturing and love.
The most powerful thing we can do as light workers is to teach by example. It's the most powerful thing we can do to help people.
And the at the 167 price too, like it's
help
177.
Oh, 177. So it's just over.
You just wanted to get an extra discount, David.
36 a session or something for an hour. I mean, it's such a bargain. Like one of my friends said, "Why, Dave? Why do you spend so much money on your spiritual healing and stuff?" And I said, because there isn't a better investment that you can invest in than yourself. I mean, when you're more healed, you're able to assist more people. You're able to assist yourself more, and and soon enough, you're looking in that mirror and saying, "I love you unconditionally," and you're living in joy and happiness every day of your life. I mean, is that worth the investment? Yeah.
I did want to say one more thing about the group. It's a small group. It's a very intimate group. It's 6 to 8 people is the limit. So I'm just saying, it's like I keep it small. I keep it intimate. It's interaction. So if people have questions during this, like they didn't understand, well, how are you sure? How did you do that? I have 10 different ways to explain everything.
Well, if you're only taking on 6 or 7, pencil me in for one, because I don't know if it's going to fill up. I definitely be interested.
Yeah, my thought. David's a sweetheart, isn't he?
There's only 7 spots, right? Like,
well, 7 to 8, 6 to 8. I have 2 people. I've already have 2 that have registered, and one said she's going to take the group again. So we'll see how that. And it's like I just started marketing it or putting it out there for people now. So it's like, who knows? I'm okay with it.
Awesome.
Whoever shows up for it is who's supposed to get it. And if it only ends up as 2 people, I'm happy with that. If it ends up with 5 people, that's awesome. If it ends up with 8, that's awesome too. But it's whoever it's meant to be, however it resonates for you. That's the way I look at it.
And so if anybody doesn't know who Julia is, I mean, just go check out A Call to Heal, listen to some of those recordings. I know that's what I'm going to do. I think I feel a lot more confident maybe than some, just because we had that magical experience before this even started, the interview. So
we had recorded that, because that would have been.
I know, right? Yeah, but
well, we can work if you want to do like the 4 of you, because you have that forced partnership thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do that with the 4 of you, I'd be happy to facilitate that for all of you. If you want to do that,
that would be really cool.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Yeah. Okay, so this is exciting. I'm thinking that we'll kind of start to wrap this up and get this out there. We're really excited. I'm definitely going to be coming to the workshop on Sunday.
Excellent.
So just, I'll be there. And David, I think you'll be there as well. I think one of us has to be in the Zoom room, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm letting you guys handle the high tech stuff as far as that goes. So yeah.
Yeah,
I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. Thank you so much, Julia. And
thank you for having me, and thank you for letting me be part of this community. And
we need more Julias. We need more Julias. Come on, join the community.
Yeah, come and do a little workshop. It's like if I can put myself out there and you can see me, everybody can do it.
Something, because, like, for instance, like I did my first one last weekend. I did an empath workshop, and I was a little bit kind of nervous about it. I was thinking, I don't know if I'm good enough to like go on and talk about this. And after I got done doing the workshop, I did have somebody approach me afterwards and said, thank you so much. I got so much out of what you just did, and that just made it worth it. And so even if you don't think that you have anything to share, you don't think you're anything special, we want you to come in and do whatever it is that's your thing, because every single person has a special piece of the puzzle. We all have something, and something to give and something to share.
And we all resonate with different people and different energies. So what one might not resonate with, another one will. So because there's many that may resonate with me, but there's some that might not, and they might resonate with anybody else. So I think that would be awesome.
Yeah. So I just want people to not be afraid to run a workshop. If it sounds exciting to you and something that you think that you might want to do, let us know and we'll set you up with something. We'll get you going with one of the rooms. So I guess that's it, guys.
Okay. Thanks again.
All right. Thanks so much, Julia. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you, David.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.